Kabogo. Sijafanya kazi vizuri karibu naye, lakini kwa sababu ameletwa katika Wizara ya Mambo na Dijitali, ni ombi langu kwake kuwa ataweza kushirikiana na Wakenya wote na hasa vijana, ambapo anaingia wakati vijana wako vizuri kidijitali, na hatutataka wawe wataendelea kutumia mitandao vibaya. Aone vipi atatafutia kazi za kidijitali vijana wote ambao wanahangaika, wanasumbuka na wanatoa maneno wanaotoa kwa sababu wako tu bure, hawana kazi. Kuna kazi nyingi sana za kidijitali anaweza kuwatafutia na waweze kujikimu. Langu kwa Mheshimiwa Mutahi Kagwe, nilimjua akiwa waziri wa afya. Sasa amepelekwa Wizara ya Kilimo, pale alipo anisikie naitwa Mheshimiwa Mbeyu wa Kilifi. Tunataka ile mimea ya kule pwani, mkorosho, minazi, tuweze kuregeshewa, japo kilimo kimegatuliwa, aweze kushirikiana na county government ya Kilifi, tuone vipi mimea yetu biashara, mkorosho, maembe na nazi zimeweza kupata faida.
Majority Leader, reply now. You all agree that we assign 1 hour to each of these motions.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, allow me to take this opportunity first to thank all the members for the contributions and for their support to these nominees who are vetted under your chairmanship, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, in reply, let me just say I've listened to many of the contributors and their sentiments, and it's important, Honorable Speaker, to re-emphasize that as many of the contributors to this motion have said, cabinet secretaries come into office to serve all the people of Kenya and the government of the day, and they serve not just the regions they come from, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, it's also important that, as has been said by many people, that even these nominees and even those others who are serving in cabinet today, to recognize that they not only have a collective responsibility in their service to the people of Kenya, but also to carry themselves with the decorum and integrity that behoves of their offices, Honorable Speaker. If any of our cabinet secretaries feels that the President has reassigned them to a ministry that they think is lower than whichever other ministry that they were in, Honorable Speaker, the honorable thing to do is, if you feel the ministry you are serving in is too small for you and you're too big for that ministry, simply resign. If you think, Honorable Speaker, that you are reassigned to a ministry where you are not able to extort money from people as you used to extort in any other, Honorable Speaker, and you can't say to the public, and you now want to pretend that you are holier than thou, and we know you. And you know, if you are about to be fired, don't pretend that you are either resigning or asking to be fired. Honorable Speaker, just go. And it is not just those who are serving, even these ones that we are approving today. This House will oversight all these cabinet secretaries without regard as to where they came from, what political affiliation they are coming from, because, Honorable Speaker, in the spirit of the broad-based government, we have cabinet secretaries who are serving this country who were not part and parcel of the Kenya Kwanza campaign trail. But the country is bigger than Kenya Kwanza, Honorable Speaker. The country or the government of the day serves all Kenyans, Honorable Speaker. And I must commend the President for seeing beyond his political party, for seeing beyond the coalition that he campaigned under, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I must commend the cabinet secretaries who came from ODM. The Honorable John Buddy, the Honorable Pio Andai, the Honorable Joho, the Honorable Oparanya, even the Honorable Askul. These are cabinet secretaries who are serving this country with diligence, with integrity, and with commitment to the people of Kenya. You do not serve as a cabinet secretary to serve the president of the day. You serve the people of Kenya. It is Kenyan taxpayers who pay your salary. Serve with honor, serve with diligence, serve with the commitment that you have served in for these 3 nominees, Honorable Speaker. And even those cabinet secretaries who are in office today, Honorable Speaker, as we continue to oversight them, let me say we will oversight them. But let me also say we will not waste any more of our parliamentary time to impeach a cabinet secretary. Honorable Speaker, cabinet secretaries are not people to waste our time with. The honorable thing for a cabinet secretary who feels they have failed on their job, or they are too big for the current job that they are holding, is to resign. They should not waste our time, or even waste the president's time. But the president has a prerogative to hire, fire, and also reassign. And therefore, when you serve in a ministry, there is no ministry that is more important than the other, or any state department that is more important than the other, if your motivation is service to the people of Kenya. But if your motivation is extortion, if your motivation is deals in government, then you will find that maybe this particular department of state is better than the ministry I'm currently serving in, because probably you are not able to get the kind of deals you are getting in another office, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, with those many remarks, because I can see we have good numbers, I beg to reply, Honorable Speaker, and ask this House to approve these cabinet secretaries to go forth and serve the people of Kenya. And I want to believe, as they committed to the people of Kenya during their vetting process, they will serve with diligence, they will serve with integrity, they will serve all Kenyans to improve the lot of all Kenyans, improve our economy through the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, I support and I beg to reply. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Majority Leader. Sorry to the members who wanted to speak, but because of time, we didn't get space. But listening to all of you, I think the chorus was one. You are all supporting. There was no dissent. So those who spoke, spoke for all of us. I'll now put the question at order number 12, which is that taking into consideration the findings of the Committee on Appointments in its 4th report on the vetting of the nominees for appointment as cabinet secretaries laid on the table of the House on Thursday, 16th January 2025, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 152(2) of the Constitution and Section 3 and 8 of the Public Appointments Parliamentary Approval Act, Cap 7F, this House approves the appointment of the following persons as cabinet secretaries: Honorable Muturi Kagwe, EGH, Agriculture and Livestock Development; Honorable William Kabogo, Information, Communication and the Digital Economy; Honorable Lee Kinyanjui, Investments, Trade and Industry. As members of that opinion say aye. Aye. Will those of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 13, motion, consideration of Senate amendments to the Gambling Control Bill, National Assembly Bill number 70 of 2023.
Majority Leader.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this is a very short motion, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that, I'm looking for the supplementary order paper. That the House considers that the Senate amendments to the Gambling Control Bill, National Assembly Bill number 70 of 2023 be now considered. Honorable Speaker, this Gambling Control Bill is a bill that this House passed early last year, you remember, together with the Betting Control Bill, and because it had provisions that touch on county governments, it was conveyed to the Senate for consideration, and the Senate did move a number of amendments which have since been considered by the Committee for Sports under the chairmanship of Honorable Wanyama. And Honorable Speaker, the committee in its report which they tabled towards the tail end of the last session recommended that we object or we reject all the Senate amendments, Honorable Speaker. And many of the amendments, Honorable Speaker, that are being amended, that were amended by the Senate and which the committee has proposed that we reject, counter to the provisions of articles of the Constitution touching on the different functions of the two levels of government between the national government and the county functions. They are also contrary to the provisions of Article 109 of the Constitution on the exercise of legislative powers. Honorable Speaker, maybe for clarity, Article 109, Honorable Speaker, says that Parliament shall exercise its legislative power through bills passed by Parliament and assigned to the President. And Parliament in this instance means both chambers of Parliament. But any bill may originate from the National Assembly. 3 says that a bill not concerning county government is considered only in the National Assembly and passed in accordance with Article 122. And because this bill did concern counties, that is why it was not only considered by the National Assembly alone, and we took it to the Senate. 4 is that a bill concerning county governments may originate in the National Assembly, like this bill, or the Senate, and is passed in accordance with Articles 110 and 113, 122 and 123 of the Standing Orders.